Ready. Play.
And then we'll see what we can achieve this year. But overall, I'm very, very happy to be back in the quarters.
Speaking of the corners, it'll be an all-Italian quarterfinals between you and Lorenzo Musetti. What excites you about that matchup?
Yeah, it's great to see. I mean, Italian tennis is in a great form now. We have so many players, so many different game styles. Lorenzo is maybe one of the biggest talents we have in our sport. So I'm looking forward for this one. From an Italian point of view, it's great to have at least, for sure, one Italian player in the semis. I know here are a lot of Italians in the crowd, so it makes everything special.
Okay.
Well, I'm pleasantly surprised to see that Jose's has not said that it was lights out from Sinner. It was quite a standard tweet. It was more like, 3 games dropped, but it's just, Sinner things, isn't it?
Good. Let's can I get 60 seconds from you on Sinner against Musetti? The head-to-head is 2-0. I'm going to remind you of those 2 matches right now. There was a walkover for Musetti as well in 23, but of course, again, that doesn't count towards the head-to-head. So the 2 wins for Jannik, one came on indoor hard in Antwerp in 2021, and the other one came on outdoor clay in Monte Carlo. So again, a bit of a surprise, bearing in mind these 2 have been in the top or upper tier, let's say, of tennis, top 20, top 30 for the last 2 or 3 years. Jannik, though, post-puke Jannik, so that's just under 2 years ago when he puked. I think it was in Beijing, wasn't it?
Yes.
Beijing, yeah. And that was in September, October of 2023.
No, was it Shanghai?
No, I thought it was Beijing semi-final. Let me check.
It might have been, because I remember that he lost to Shelton in 3. That's the last time that Jannik Sinner has lost. Well, actually, apart from the French Open,
it was in Beijing. Yeah,
it was in Beijing.
Apparently, it was against Grigor Dimitrov and not against Alcaraz, as I thought. Anyway, that was that period in the Asian swing of 2023. And so really we sort of look at Jannik, and a bit like we look at Daniel Medvedev. We used to look at some of Medvedev's head-to-heads, but that's because he hadn't played them since 2018, 2019. And then Medvedev just transforms into a top 5 player towards the end of 2019. And so we have to look at these things slightly different. But anyway, he has won the 2 matches that they have played before. And he's going to be the hot favorite, of course. Can Musetti do anything?
Musetti can do plenty during the match. Just giving a different ball to look at for Jannik. Hitting obviously the one-hander is something different to look at, and that slice is something that Bublik didn't do today an awful lot was bring out the slice. Obviously the drop shot was not really working today, but the slice backhand is something that Musetti does really well. Just the core positions that Musetti takes up are very different to most players, and it's something different to look at. So, fun points should be, but, Musetti a chance. You feel as though Chapo has sort of like shown that it can be done, but maybe Musetti takes a set, but, Sinner cruises through in 4. Maybe it's 1 set all, and everyone's like, oh, hold on, settle in. And then, Sinner wins the next 2, 6-2, 6-3, and it's, I just feel like Jannik's ball speed will really rush Musetti. And we've seen that when you take away time from Musetti, especially on the hard court. I mean, that's why he hasn't had a good hard court swing this year. But obviously, apart from this week where he's kind of picked up his form again, but yeah, on the hard court he just isn't as all his weapons and craftiness on court isn't utilized as much as the clay or the grass. But yeah, it can still pose a few issues, but nothing that Sinner can't move past.
No, exactly. There is something as well for Lorenzo fans to clutch at as well, which is the fact that there have been some serve adjustments ahead of the US Open. So Coco Gauff is not alone in making some of these changes on the eve of the tournament, and Lorenzo has benefited from that in terms of some service speeds. And I saw Gil Gross extracting some interesting comments from Lorenzo the other day, and do check out Gil's comments on Twitter about that. But I don't think it'll be enough. I don't even think it'll be enough to get a set. I hope you're right that we at least get a moment where we both say buckle up. I was thinking of the Lorenzo Carlos French Open semi-final when we sort of had a moment like that. Albeit I think Lorenzo had some physical issues that day. I also think this is probably Lorenzo's weakest surface.
I don't think probably. Absolutely it is.
I know, but the only thing is I think he's overestimated on grass, because I know he got that Wimbledon semi-final, but that's based on one result against Taylor Fritz, and it was an excellent result. Yeah, I think Novak showed his level.
I know. I just think it's his craftiness on a grass court that makes it. But I think for sure this is his weakest surface. He's easier to read and figure out on a hard court. Yeah.
So Jannik for me wins in straights. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.